Welcome back to Unplugged. What is it, day 3 of Black History Month? I think something they're trying to get rid of, Jack, so we might have to enjoy this last one. We never know what's coming. Welcome back, Stak. What's happening with what's been going on with you?
Don't always be Black history. You can't erase our history. Fuck is you talking about? I ain't going.
You get a chance to check out that Claressa fight last night?
Yeah, man, I watched, man, let me tell you one thing, man. I'm just going to say this. This weekend for boxing was unfreaking believable. I mean, unbelievable. The fight card with Benividez and Morrell, one of the best fights I've seen in a long time. Shout out to David Benividez for a great win. The Pitbull fight, I think Pitbull lost again. I think people figured Pitbull out. If you can't knock him out, you can beat him up.
I missed that, but yeah, I saw the comments. People were saying that.
Nah, he lost again, man. He lost, and he needs to give that guy his rematch. Also, shout out to my little brother, Cool Boy Fulton. He got Scooter. He got his belts back. He won the second fight against Fedor. He won that fight. He looked real good.
Whoa. He looked good. Let's talk about his outfit. What was he doing out there, bro? What are we doing, nigga? Jeans, shorts, and Timbs. That's what we on.
So that was actually boxing shoes made to look like Timbs. So that's
it looked like Timbs.
Yeah, they look like Timbs, okay. and the shorts look like jean shorts.
Shoe surgeon did them.
Shout out to Shoe Surgeon. Shout out to Shoe Surgeon. Yeah, he did the whole outfit.
He schooled me. I didn't know. I didn't get to see the boys had games that day, so I didn't get to see anything. But I just saw, what everyone else saw. So it just looked like. So it was actually boxing gear.
Yeah, it's actually boxing gear. Shout out to cool. Big baby Jared too. Jared, he did it one time where he had his boxing shoes look like flip flops, and he walked in jail in the jail outfit. Yeah, so they coming. They being real creative. But shout out to Cool Boy on getting his belts back. He training with Boots. Sure. He training with Boots in his pop. Shout out to Bozy. They did a great job. And of course, Claressa, first time fighting somebody that big. The opponent didn't have that much experience, but Claressa put on the show.
She was big, Jack.
She was big. She was big.
And she was wearing them rights.
And she was able to take them punches, exactly. But Claressa is just too much of a star, too decorated in the sport. Too ahead of the game as far as women boxing. The first woman to ever win undisputed in 3 divisions, man. So even no man has ever done that. So shout out to her, man, for what she's done, man. Big time fan. And a lot of y'all don't know this, but y'all need to watch the show with her and Andre Ward and ask her why she wear that big quote chain. Why she wear that big quote chain? I got a lot to do with that.
Yeah, that's dope. Well, that's what's up, man. Shout out to everyone who won this past weekend. And, you just said something before we came on air. So Bud and Canelo are locked in?
Yeah, they said they're finalizing it right now for September 13th at 168 pounds, which is crazy.
Oof, that's a big jump.
I think the only person that can go that at this right now that probably can go up and weight and defeat Canelo is somebody with superb skills. And I think that's Bud. Bud been through a lot. I don't think Bud will be taking this challenge if he don't feel like he can win. I don't think Bud just doing it for the money, but he's up for a big task because nobody has been able to beat Canelo or even hurt him even at 175. Canelo went up and fought at 175 and lost, but didn't get knocked out. So to go from 147 to 168, bro, that's a big jump.
Yeah, huge jump. But I'm glad it's finally on the card. Transitioning into music, Kendrick with a clean sweep last night, 5 for 5 with the Grammys. And Jack, he might have bit off your style. He might have seen what you've been doing. You're one of the OGs with the Canadian tuxedos. You got like 10 of them bitches with matching shoes.
Yeah, man. You know me. I'm too fresh to be stale, man. So I got a lot of Canadian tuxedos. I've been rocking them. People just getting used to them, but they fly, man. It's a nice look.
Yeah,
if you got the body to rock it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a good look.
I just thought Kendrick's cleverness. I think Drake has finally found someone that's clever, is witty, and I don't even want to say petty, but almost low-key petty, because I think wearing a Canadian tuxedo to the Grammys and then cleaning the motherfucking Grammys out. Jack, this dude had Taylor Swift in there singing, Beyonce dancing to the biggest song in the world. Like, if you're Drake, and he probably tried his goddamn hardest not to watch it, someone probably said, but you seen everyone just celebrate from Dre to Jay-Z to all the other genres that are in there. He had everybody rocking Not Like Us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Drake watching all that. See, one thing about it, and I'm a Drake fan too, I just feel like
Agreed.
Drake getting to the point where like this is his moment. He got it. You know what I'm saying? I've been having my moment for a long time. I can't really be mad at this point. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel he should be looking at it. Like he got his moment. I'm still Drake. I'm still gonna do my music. I'm still gonna sell. But this is his moment. Let him have it, bro. Trying to hate on this moment and it's not like he ain't having it. Like it ain't his time. That looks bad on anybody, bro. It's Kendrick
It's
time.
gonna hurt. Yeah, no, definitely, especially with the Super Bowl next weekend. And uh, I mean, 5 for 5. Let's focus on what went down though for Kendrick. One of only 3 artists to have over 20 Grammys now. I think that's with him, Kanye, and Jay-Z. 5 for 5, clean sweep. I mean, shout out Dot, just a real good dude overall. Let's take the beef away. He stays out the way. He does his job, and he's just a good dude, man. So to be able to see him bring home 5 Grammys, man, salute. Whole TDE family, top punch. I don't really know what the standing him with TDE is, but I know that's always gonna be family. But man, they went there. Shout out to homie Mustard. They went out there and did their thing, man. Drake just announced that Valentine's Day, him and Party's CD will drop. So
That's gonna be jamming.
he had to he yeah, definitely will be. But the fact he had to tweet that the day after just shows Drake is still kind of, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
don't forget about me. But to your point, Jack, I mean, Drake arguably is the biggest artist in the world. And like you said, we've always said, let's just get back to work and do what you're great at. So shout out to Kendrick. Looking forward to seeing what Drake and Party could do. And shit, Jack, the NBA is cooking.
Yes, sir.
Cooking right now. I want to start though with the Sacramento and Chicago, where there was a 3-team trade, but Sacramento and Chicago are the guys that really kind of unloaded and did some things. De'Aaron Fox to San Antonio. What are your thoughts on that?
I love it, man. I mean, this is a better version of Tony Parker. Tony Parker, but he's just left-handed. Tony Parker he's might be faster than Tony Parker. He's able to.
That's tough to say because Tony Parker was fast as shit, but De'Aaron is different.
Yeah, De'Aaron is different. Tony was the fastest in the league, but De'Aaron is different, and he's a better scorer and he's a better athlete. So to pair him up with Wemby, along with Castle and have the possibility to get another star like Jimmy Butler, man, I think that was the best move. That was the best move made, besides the other moves in Dallas.
I think this is big too because I got a good 3-year run of watching De'Aaron Fox every night, and this kid can really, really play. He plays defense too. He's in passing lanes, but also he was the clutch scorer of the year. I think 2 seasons ago he's always in top 5 in clutch scoring, and I think that's something this team needs. Obviously, with CP3 being a little bit older, Castle being young, Wemby still in his greatness but developing. Fox is someone that can kind of settle them in the fourth quarter too. So while we're talking about San Antonio, shout out Pop. We're still praying for you.
Yep.
Hope you're back around the sidelines soon. But I really like that move for Sacramento. I can't say I'm a Zach LaVine fan. Only 29 years old. He really goes. I'm hearing that they still may be trying to move DeMar DeRozan, but to lose an NBA or an All-Star, I think he had Fox made any All NBA teams, second or third? No. An All NBA performer, definitely an All Star, and you get back a Zach one-time All NBA. Again, Zach LaVine's a great scorer. We saw a little bit of him and DeMar in Chicago, but if I'm Sacramento, I gave away a lot. But at the end of the day, you kind of had to do what you had to do because De'Aaron Fox made it very, very clear. He wasn't loud about it, but he let him know that, hey, I'm not signing this extension, so I'm gonna be out of here anyway. De'Aaron gets to go back to Texas. He's a Texas boy, so. Happy for him and his family that he gets to, continue to love what he does. There's a lot of other shit brewing on right now, Jack, too. We just heard that Golden State has been inquiring about LeBron James and Kevin Durant separately, but then also as a super team, as rounding up the Avengers. What are the chances you think that Kevin Durant and LeBron James can end up alongside Steph Curry or just one of them? I mean, maybe 2 is outlandish, but yeah, I know for sure Golden State's been inquiring about both of them. What to get them both or to get one of them? What would be your thoughts if that happened?
Let me gain my composure, bro. I ain't my first time hearing that. Let me gain my composure. One, them 3 on the same goddamn team. Come on, man. Them 3 on the same team is outrageous. But I would love to see KD and Steph pair back up and go out together. The LeBron and Steph, we always talked about it. We always pictured it, but we don't know how it's going to work. We seen what happens when KD and Steph get together.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would love to see that again, man. I would.
Yeah, definitely. Again, this is I mean, Jack, we're slowly but surely coming to an end of an era. These guys were kind of young, not really ran parallel. We played a lot of years with all three of these guys that are coming to an end, and to kind of see their runs, in the next 2 or 3 years, there ain't no telling. This could be the kind of the the end of the road in the next couple of years for all three of those amazing players, man. So I want to see, for their sake of them, I want to see something great happen. I want to see some shit get shaken up. But that leads us to our next situation. LeBron has a new running mate.
Yep.
I had a hard time believing, Stak, because we've been in this game a long time, that LeBron had no idea that this was going. I had a really hard time believing that. But I've just been hearing more and more shit, and you don't believe it? He knew. He had to know, right? There ain't no fucking way.
No way.
There ain't no way.
No way.
There ain't no way that LeBron does. Yeah. But on the flip side, people are saying, hey, maybe this is the Lakers finally putting their foot down and not really have to check in with Bron no more. You know what I mean? So you hear that side, and it's just like, but I just don't. I just a trade of this magnitude, and LeBron being who he is, and he's always been so instrumental in whatever team he is, obviously with just cause, to having a say on what happens. So I just don't see something this big going down without Bron knowing. But hey, he could have not known. But let's get to the trade. Anthony Davis for Luka. When you first saw that, you thought it was some bullshit, or you're just like, damn, this is really happening?
I was watching the fight. If you was watching the fight, the news came out during the fight, and we was watching the fights, the fights that night, and somebody behind me said, "Bro, they just traded Luka for Anthony Davis." I said, "Yeah, right, nigga. That ain't real." I told him it wasn't real. I said, "Man, what page you looking on?" Then I turned on my IG, and it was all on the verified pages. So, yeah, man, it blew my mind. But I was happy for Kyrie and J Kidd and Nico, all our people. I was happy for them because I know what that means for Dallas as a basketball player. I'm not an emotional fan. I don't have a dog in this fight, so I understand what Anthony Davis going to Dallas does for Dallas and gives Dallas the confidence and the motivation to win right now. They have a great group of guys, a great group of young guys. Kyrie been playing his ass off without Luka, and to add AD with PJ Washington and then being able to keep those big guys, I think that was a big move by Nico. But on the flip side, the Lakers definitely made the best move that they can make, and a great move also for their future. Bron only has so much time left, bro. AD and Bron, they snuck a championship in that bubble. They wasn't winning another one. And for all you Laker fans who think that LeBron and Luka finna win one this year, you done lost your damn mind too. Yeah, they are definitely building for the future. Bron is on his way out. Yeah, we gonna get to see some exciting basketball with Bron and Luka on the court. They talk about bringing Myles Turner. I like Myles, but Myles is not the answer. If they don't bring athletic big man that can do all the stuff Anthony Davis was doing, they're wasting their time. So, but they're definitely building for the future. And if Bron is going on his way out, and you need a star to fulfill his shoes and be that star in the Lakers uniform, and also be able to bring a championship down the line, there's no better pick than Luka.
I want to add someone to this conversation. Neighborhood.
Hate. Yeah.
We need to walk in song. And he's been super sad because he lost his beard brush.
Man, you did, G? G, you lost your beard brush?
I'm sick by it too,
man. What it look like?
Is it the one he's using?
Look at his shit. Look how he brushing his shit on me, man.
That's just a big ass toothbrush, though.
Yeah.
That brush came with your new teeth.
But but it has your shit. It got your shit right though, doesn't it?
I tell you, gotta have.
This is the clipper brush.
Yeah. Yes. Not mad at you.
Look like a big toothbrush.
Land my shit
Gino,
down.
What up with it?
Hey, Matt, you can't use this brush for them nut hairs you got on your face.
Nah, I can't. I already told you that. Don't be trying to steal my jokes. I know my facial hair game is weak as fuck. That should have had my skin all scratched up. Um,
Don't get
Anthony
jealous, G.
Davis gone. Luka in. What is the real LA fans / haters feeling right now?
I mean, we feel like we got Woody Harrelson from White Men Can't Jump.
You don't
know
feel
what
like
I'm saying?
that.
No, I'm just playing. No, I'm just playing. I don't know, man. I think we were shook at first. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? I'm still a little bit shook.
Yeah,
You know,
understandably.
because LA, we don't give a shit about like your past accolades and all that shit. Like, what are you gonna do when you put on our uniform?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I never hated on Luka once. Be honest.
No,
Never
you
heard me
haven't.
hate on
You
Luka
hated on
before.
LeBron and AD a lot, though.
But not until they put on our uniform. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying?
You hated on them before, but go ahead.
Never. But still, like, I think it's just a bunch of uncertainty for us right now.
Okay.
We were in the middle of the West. Were we going to win a championship? Probably not. But we were fighting. You know what I mean?
You were fighting.
I think a couple of different moves with this team, we might have been able to make a run, possibly. But what do I know, man? I'm just a lost Laker fan.
Not
you know
much, but yeah.
Anyway, are we excited about Luka? We'll see. Until he puts on a uniform, we'll see.
Jack, I mean, you stated your point why you think AD to Dallas is good, and I agree. I think immediately right now, as we stand, Dallas has all the pieces to come out of the Western Conference. A change of scenery has never been bad for anybody. You know, again, whether this was really a Nico thing. You know, you're hearing that the owners, who is the biggest Trump donor, but that's neither here nor there, felt like they didn't want to pay him that much money. There has been knocks on Luka. You know what I mean? As skilled and as talented as he is, he whines a lot. He is out of shape, which I don't really have an issue with because he still hoops. Effort has always been questioned. But I think him getting a fresh start with a chip on his shoulder, coming to a city like LA that's not going to let none of that shit slide. Like, you have to give effort. You have to hustle. You know what I mean? He's probably going to want to be in shape because this is a whole new, this ain't Dallas, this is LA. So I think this can be really good for Luka. Obviously, long term, the Lakers have finally found their replacement. You know what I mean? I mean, they somehow, some way, and you got to tip your cap to Rob. You know, AD 31. Unfortunately, he's been injury prone. Helped you guys get a chip in 20. But if you're able to get a 25-year-old Luka, I'm taking that. There's only maybe 2 or 3 players I wouldn't take that for. You know what I mean? So if you can get a 25-year-old Luka that is going to come in and be the face of your franchise for the next 10 years, I mean, you think about Luka's star power now in LA. I'm not mad at that. And I think within the next 2 or 3 years, you're going to be able to feel kind of unless the Lakers make a move, Jack, I think you talked about this off air, they need a big. You know, whether it's Myles Turner, who's more of a scorer, but he does play some defense. I would like someone that's more hard-nosed. No, I like the boy from Toronto. What's his name? Petit?
Jakob
Poeltl. And then Kessler over at Utah. They may have to give up too much for him. A solid rim protector. But what are your thoughts with you guys this year? I mean, you didn't really think you were going to win a championship this year, did you?
I mean, we were hopeful
Okay.
about it. You know what I mean? We thought the De'Aaron Fox shit was going to happen here with AD and LeBron.
That would have been crazy.
But, of course, AR was untouchable to make that trade.
Jack, what are your thoughts when you hear? Yeah,
Why is he untouchable?
Yeah, that's. Tell me, Jack, why is he untouchable?
And not that to his defense, he's 18, 5, and 6. But it's real interesting because I think that a lot of teams have come after him for good reason. We all like Austin Reeves, but for some reason, like, he was been the one. Shit, they traded AD before they traded Austin Reeves. If we're being honest,
you can't have him and Luka.
AR,
especially you can't have them on the court at the same time.
Well, you got to think if we're talking
That's
about
barbecue chicken.
If you're talking about defense, though, look at it's really LeBron. I mean, because he's older, LeBron, Luka, and AR on defense.
They're torching us,
and nobody down below, no backline help.
Nasty work.
So you're just saying we have to get rid of AR?
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that it was crazy to me that some stuff had came down the pipeline that they've turned a lot of. He's been untouchable for them.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Who was untouchable on our team? Even LeBron's not untouchable on our team to me at this point. You know what I'm saying? But we're probably gonna have to use AR at some point to make a bigger move for our team.
Yeah, that's what I say. I don't think you're going to be able to get someone that's going to help the front line without being able to get. But now, are you more comfortable giving away an AR because you have Luka that can make plays and handle the ball? Because you got to think AR handled the ball a lot for that team.
He was our point
guard. Made a lot of plays down the stretch. I really like his game, but I feel a little bit more comfortable now if I'm the Lakers putting him in a package that'll get you someone that is going to add some depth to your front line and be a key contributor.
When are we gonna make all these moves? I mean, how long until this shit
you
is
only
gonna
got
pan out
you
for
only
us?
got 3 days.
72 hours?
Yeah, you got till Thursday till the trade deadline. Jack, if they do make a move for let's say a Kessler from Utah, what are your thoughts with Luka, LeBron, a big that could really rebound the ball and block shots? Is there hope over there?
We'll be talking a whole different trade if they would have got Gafford or somebody from Dallas in this trade. Like we'll be talking a whole different. We'll be talking Lakers championship if they had a big man like that. If they can get an athletic big man who Luka can build some type of rapport with the lobs and the way he the vibe he had with the big guys in Dallas. If he can find another guy like that they can build, yeah, the Lakers still in action. But there's nobody out there. Myles Turner is not an athletic guy. The other guys you talk about bringing in, yeah, they physical. Yeah, they can block shots. But you can't replace. You can't just. We got to just stop acting like we can just replace Anthony Davis.
Absolutely
You're not doing that.
No, you're not replacing
You're not doing
Anthony
that.
Davis.
So whatever they bring in there, it's going to be a task with building, you know what I'm saying, what they already had.
And I'm going to be honest with you. It really is time to start talking about moving LeBron James ass out of here.
Is it?
Like it really. I mean, what are we waiting on? If we're not going to win with him again, which I think I heard one of you guys say, what are we still wasting our time with LeBron for?
No, I mean that would be interesting. Like I said, the shit's buzzing. I mean, do you package LeBron and get some young talent and for the next 2 years go into rebuild mode?
I mean, or are we stuck with him and Bronny until this shit is over, right? And we know that's
Why
not going to
throw
move.
Bronny in there?
What?
Bronny ain't hurting
Come
nobody.
on, man. Come on. You know how it is, bro.
He's been taking a lot of heat lately,
Absolutely,
too.
as he should. He just got in the game. I think he got cooked, right?
I don't know. I didn't see the game.
Don't try to play me like that. I think
Man, leave Bronny out of this, bro. Hey, leave Bronny out of this,
Bronny and Bron, the James family. Okay,
Hey.
they got us held
Bronny
up.
out of this,
you
man.
know? With love, though.
I want to leave with this though. Before we change topics, is there a chance that Bron really didn't know, and the Lakers feel like they don't have to run shit by him anymore? What do you think?
I believe that there's no way that he could not have known. And if he didn't know, that says a lot about him with the organization, like how much they feel about you, what they feel about you now. And I would have a little bit of attitude with that, with us.
Jack, what are your thoughts? I mean, you and I both agree, like, this was too big not to know, but hey, maybe he didn't. If this is a sign where they didn't tell him and they feel like they don't have to check in, what are your thoughts on that?
There's no way that I told you, I'm first team all common sense. So there's no way that it can come out that after that Rob Pelinka called Anthony Davis' agent, then AD, then after the trade was made, they called Braun. It don't work like that, bro. It don't work like that. If you have even in your mind to call Braun and talk to him about it afterwards, you called and talked to him about it before it happened. Come on, man, that's just common sense. Anybody you have the respect for, anybody that has the position on the team, where the owner or the coach, whoever is involved with making the trades, is calling them and asking their opinion before. I mean, after. Of course, they called you before. They called you on the phone with AD just so make sure everybody good. That's all that was. But they definitely talked to LeBron before.
Why do you think he's denying the shit that like they didn't? Why would he even deny it?
Braun know what's going on all across the league, bro.
I was
let
about
alone
to say,
with the
fuck
Lakers.
just the Lakers.
Yeah,
I think he probably had to deny it because AD is probably salty.
Oh, well, I mean,
business is business.
But I mean, it's easy for us to say that, but we've been in positions where we had to up and go. You know what I mean? And for him, I'm sure he definitely didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I think to save a little bit of face, Bron, maybe Bron acted like, hey, maybe, again, we don't know. Maybe Bron really didn't know, which would be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe he really didn't. But if he did know, I mean, to say he didn't know is probably to save face with AD because that was his guy. But again, like you said, Jack, this shit is a business, period. And Bron doesn't have much time.
You think Kobe didn't know that Shaq was finna trade Shaq?
Oh, yeah, come on. Yeah, I mean, the league, that's just how the league works, and it's supposed to work that way. Your best players are always supposed to have a pulse on the team and a say on the team. And LeBron has always had that. Mm-hmm. So for this one time for it not to be that way, hey, maybe it's a changing of the guard.
Hey, G, let me ask you a question, G.
What up?
Who y'all need to get back to where y'all want to be?
Michael Jordan. I mean, am I lying? I mean, you just said nobody's available. Where are we supposed to go get Embiid? Like, who are we supposed to go out there and try to get? You know what I mean? Obviously, we could trade for anybody. Obviously, we could
Somehow,
trade for
some way, the
anybody.
Lakers always pull some shit off, and they pulled this shit off and got Luka. Again, this is immediate,
Oh,
right
man.
away. If they don't get no more help, you can't consider
You consider this some Jerry West shit, like when he brought Shaq in?
from up above.
Yeah. Is this a big move like that?
It's a huge move, but it's a move that needs another piece.
There you go. I just wanted you to be on the record
Yeah.
saying
Would
it.
y'all want Zion?
I'm not mad at Zion. He might just need to get away from the shrimp etouffee. You know what I mean? And come over here.
Zion out
You know what I
here, he
mean?
might have a motherfucking
Absolutely.
six pack.
Yeah. I'm with
A
it.
change of scenery is never bad. Like, although Luka probably didn't want to go,
Yep.
coming to LA is definitely not the worst thing.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I think this shit is gonna be all right. I think immediately Dallas has the upper hand because they're built. They don't have no holes in their roster.
Oh,
They're
AD is
good
about to be
go.
the player we wish he was.
And Kyrie
Yeah.
has been killing and may have just been blackballed from whatever the fuck is going on from here on out because he should be an all-star.
No question.
Yeah.
He's been killing. So now it's more of his team, and we're going to see, man. We're going to definitely have to see.
I'm hopeful, man. I'm going to be sick until it happens.
We'll go take your blood pressure medicine. And
I appreciate you. Let's sort baby, 50 milligrams.
We'll smoke after this.
Let's do it.
We appreciate you.
I appreciate you, big dog.
No doubt.
Shout out to StockX, man. Got a new partnership with our family over here at All The Smoke, man. I got some nice things. You know, how blessed are we to have a partnership with StockX? You know, all the dope stuff coming from there. So I just want to give y'all a little taste of what I've been blessed with so far. And y'all can do the same thing. Y'all can go on StockX and get fresh like me. Start off with the L5 Greedos, Jordans. You know, I'm a big Jordan guy. L5 Greedos, you know, at StockX, when it's authentic, it comes with the tag, StockX tag. So rare, you can't find them anywhere. 5 Greedo, I'm a big 5 guy. Then I had to come with the Jordan Retro 9s, Carolinas. I'm still stuck in the 90s, so I had to get these. You know, I'm an old school guy. You know, sound like everything old school, but these is a must-have, man. Dun 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 dun, dun dun dun, dun 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 dun. Oh yeah! Shout out to StockX for these. And these are another pair that I've been longing for. I'm sponsored by Jordan, and it was hard for me to find them. So, and I never got these, but of course, StockX. Everything official. Y'all go on and get fresh. Everything you need is there. Big thanks to StockX for making this possible. Remember, when you need those exclusive drops, of course, you look for this stamp, StockX got you covered. Peace. This episode is brought to you by Captain Morgan, America's #1 spiced rum. This is the season where underdogs rise, brackets break, and every shot can turn players into legends. Some stories are written on the court with buzzer beaters and game-winning plays. But other stories are made off the court, when you and your crew follow the captain within and turn every party into legendary moments. So grab your crew, grab a captain and cola, and make it a story worth telling. Because legends start when you follow the captain. Visit followthecaptain.com for more. Please drink responsibly. Captain Morgan Original Spiced Rum, 35% alcohol by volume. Captain Morgan Rum Company, New York, New York.
This episode is brought to you by Boost Mobile.
Boost Mobile is now a legit nationwide 5G network. I know we stay joking, but let me take a second to put on my serious voice. Because this isn't a joking matter. Me personally, I would never joke about a 5G network that has invested billions in building 5G towers across the country.
Me neither.
Not even once.
Me neither.
Feel me?
Boost Mobile is now a legit nationwide 5G network and also provides coverage across 99% of America. Seriously. Visit boostmobile.com or your nearest Boost Mobile store for more information.
The Boost Mobile network together with our roaming partners covers 99% of the U.S. population. 5G speeds not available in all areas.
Jack, we're going to take a look at a little bit of the press conference with Nico and J. Kidd on the Luka trade.
You think this will work in the short term and the long term? Short term makes great sense. How do you see this working out well for the organization in the long term?
Well, I think the long term is the time frame. I think he fits our time frame. If you pair him with Kyrie and the rest of the guys, he fits right along with our time frame to win now and win in the future. And the future to me is 3-4 years from now. The future 10 years from now, I don't know. I don't think they probably bury me and Jay Button or we bury ourselves.
Yes.
So, Jack, after seeing that, you firmly believe that J. Kidd knew about this all along? I mean, he looked like he wanted to throw up. He looked frustrated. He looked like he couldn't really say what he wanted to say. What do you think when you see that? Do you think he's still seen it? Or knew it, excuse me?
Yeah, he knew the respect that him and Nico have for each other. There's no way that decision went on without J Kidd being involved or knowing of it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, when you make a big move like that and you lose a big piece, a guy that just brought you to the finals and won the Western Conference Finals and been top of the NBA, obviously, it's going to be some
Gonna hurt a little bit still.
uncertain. It's going to be some uncertainty still because you know what you had with Luka.
Mm-hmm.
And now adding Anthony Davis is still some uncertainty because you haven't seen these guys play together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they still got to grow. They still got to bond as a team and fit. And they haven't seen that. So making that big move like that when you know what you got with a guy like Luka and know what you're gonna have with Luka going forward, and now you're having some uncertainty. Yeah, I see it all on J Kidd's face. Yeah, we made a big move, and I'm standing behind it. But you can see it on my face that I'm not sure if this shit gonna work, but I feel like it can.
I ain't mad at that. All right, now I want to welcome into the show our guy, JB. Jack, he's over there smoked up, said he got his yak. He's ready to go. It's only 10:30 on the West Coast, too, but he's ready to go.
Early.
JB, what up?
What up, brother? I appreciate you.
Nah, man, thanks for coming back, man. We here. Super Bowl Sunday is a few days away. Chiefs are 1.5-point favorites in New Orleans over the Eagles. No team has ever had a three-peat. 3 Super Bowls in a row, and if this happens, Pat Riley's going to eat because he coined the phrase way back in the day. JB, in your opinion, what can the Eagles do to stop this from happening?
Man, there's a few things. First of all, Jalen Hurts has to be the reason they win. I think the Eagles, so far, the Eagles have won in spite of Jalen's performance. I think now he has to be the reason they win because Spagnuolo, just so we're clear, is the best big game D coordinator in football history, in my opinion. And he hasn't allowed a 100-yard back since 2018. So I think he's going to figure out a way to load the box, stop Saquon. And the other thing is, you got to remember, they run so much read option. Jalen pulls the ball a lot, and that's going to limit Saquon's touches when he pulls the ball and Saquon don't get it because Jalen keeps it. There's another added element right there. So Spagnuolo knows that. And when you do that with a guy that's had 2 weeks off to prep, and then remember, this is the cold part no one wants to talk about. The Eagles lost the Super Bowl 2 years ago to the same team because their DC at the time, Coach Gannon, was 1 foot in and 1 foot out and already accepted the job for the Arizona Cardinals. So Sirianni came out and was kind of hot about it and was like, man, you kind of fucked us. Our players made to the biggest game in the deal, and you're looking for coaches to hire and your next job. Well, Kellen Moore is rumored to take the Saints job already, and he's the OC. This will be, if he leaves, man, Jalen Hurts will have 4 OCs in basically 4 years.
That's crazy.
So Jalen's going to have to get over the hump, and I hope that this coach, Kellen Moore, is fully invested in this thing because the players deserve it. To make it to the biggest game and to have their coaches half-assing, it's not the coach's issue. It's the league policy. I don't believe that coaches should be able to be hired or poached until after the Super Bowl. It just makes sense. The NFL's not college. These motherfuckers don't need to get a job right now. They're not recruiting. This ain't college. They're not building a weight room and shit. So I don't know. We're going to see, but Jalen's going to have to get over the hump by outperforming Mahomes, and that's a tall task in a big game. So I think that's going to be the key element. And then on the other side, can they stop Saquon and hold him under 100 yards, which makes Jalen throw the ball even more, which is not his strong suit, even though he threw 300 in that game. But a lot of that, if you watch that game, there was a lot of yak yards in that game, and then he won. He balled with his feet more with his arm than in my opinion. So we'll see. But Jalen's the key.
Jack, who are you looking at on the Kansas City side? I mean, this team has won 2 Super Bowls in a row. They're saying this team wasn't, this team hadn't necessarily been putting up the numbers that they had in the past, but somehow, some way, Patrick Mahomes finds himself in the Super Bowl again.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm looking at both sides of the football for Kansas City. Their defensive line, they've been playing well all year. They have to stand up and like Coach said, put a good defense on Saquon. Saquon been dominating everybody. If they can stop Saquon, the Eagles in trouble, big time trouble. On the defensive side, but on the offensive side, man, you got to sit back and just wait till Mahomes pull out his magic hat and do some magic if that's what it come down to. I mean, people talk about all their games being close, but the name of the game is winning. And a lot of people don't have that blessing and that skill to find a way to win. That's why Mahomes separates himself. He finds a way to win. And in big games, not just in regular games, in big games too. So He's been here. He's found a way to win. I want to see a black quarterback be the first quarterback to three-peat, and Mahomes has a great chance to do that. And I'm pulling for Mahomes because I'm just a big fan of what he was able to do along with Kelsey and those other guys.
JB, 5 Super Bowl appearances in 7 years. He has 3 rings or 4? He has 3 rings with the possibility of 4. I mean, it's still early. God willing, this dude has another 8-10 years to play in this game. Where's Mahomes at in the hierarchy of greats,
man,
from the quarterback position?
It's going to be everyone's going to say it's a hot take and all this shit when you talk about Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs' queendom. Here's the thing. Here's the issue, man. I'm going to be honest. Like, I think Andy Reid is unbelievable as a play caller. He's going to keep guys in.
I agree.
And the common denominator here is no one wants to talk about. Think about all these coaches that we just talked about leaving jobs during runs. The Chiefs have beat multiple teams when they're losing a coordinator or 2. You saw this year the number 1 seed Detroit Lions lose week 1 to the Commanders because guess what? They lost both coordinators, and you have to second guess. Like, were they really all in that game, or were they worried about the new job they took? Again, my point to this whole coaching hiring practice, Andy Reid, though, can lose coordinators every year. It doesn't matter. You know why? He's the head coach and play caller. And when he's the elite of both of those, it doesn't matter who he loses. Other guys lose shit, and you see their teams get fucked. So this is Andy Reid's still here, man. And if anyone can neutralize the number 1 defense in football, the Eagles, it's Andy Reid with 2 weeks off. And I think that at the end of the day, to answer your question, remember where we play. We play in an era. Us 3 played in when basketball was tougher than football at this point. Football's soft, man. You can't hit the QB. You can't throw a slant to a receiver and not know, oh, shit, can I get a targeting call or hit this cat over the middle? We used to try to knock you out on an over-the-middle pass. Wideouts now are catching the ball with no fear, no issue. So the game has changed. I think the rules have made it a little bit easier for guys like Mahomes, who, if you watch him carefully, he'll take an extra 3 steps on the sideline knowing a guy won't hit his ass. So back in the day, you were sliding your ass down early. Nowadays, Mahomes has been a huge benefit factor of that rule change. But you know what? He wins games, like Stak said. He wins, and that's the name of the game. And we can talk all that shit this year. They really only lost 1 game. The last game they tanked. They didn't really care, but they lost 1 game again. How close it matters, I don't care how close the games were. They and all the bettors talking about they only covered this many. That don't mean shit. Andy Reid don't care about that. But the thing is, man, what's up with these refs? Is that a real thing? People are out there.
That's a real thing.
Hey,
that Kansas City Magic is real over there. That Kansas City Magic is real.
I had 3 Super Bowl champs on my show this morning. Eric Weddle every Monday. We had Rob Nikovich, who's a New England Patriot 2-time champ, and then Sean King is on every Monday. And they all were like, man, I've never seen nothing like this. Like I know T.O. just came out, I think, and said something about the same thing. Like, it's catered to Mahomes. Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting, man. These calls are really, really, they're skeptical, man.
Well, they just get the benefit of the doubt more times than they don't. Like the calls can either be a no call, or if it is called, it can go. They get the benefit of the doubt a lot more than anybody else, but they've also won. But
Matt, where you put Mahomes? Where you put Mahomes? So you got. Here's the thing.
Go
ahead.
I put him up there. I mean, you look at Tom, you look at Joe, you look at Aaron Rodgers.
What's your criteria?
Man, I love Steve Young.
What's your guys' criteria? Is it
shit? I mean, I think this is a longer conversation that we don't necessarily have time for. I just look overall, like winning counts. You know, I think Aaron Rodgers was the one guy that was super talented, only won 1, Super Bowl, but had a lot of talent. You look at the Peyton Mannings. I mean, it's just our era had a lot of great quarterbacks.
Aikman.
I think the quarterback position is Aikman. Yeah, the quarterback position is with all due respect, not as strong as it used to be. I think that's obviously a long conversation, but I think Pat is definitely up in that mix, boy, and still a long way to go, career wise. So real quick, one word, who you got, Jack?
Chiefs.
Chiefs minus 1.5.
I never go for the Eagles. I'm a Cowboy fan. I don't.
It's hard to bet. It's hard to bet against the Chiefs, man. It's a pick me game. I know you got a betting site that represents the show. I think it's a pick-me game. It's anyone's ball game. So, I mean, I'm going to roll with the three-peat, though, and Andy Reid just getting over the hump. Plus, remember, Andy has something to say. He coached this team in Philadelphia. So he would love to go out and beat their ass twice in 3 Super Bowls. So I think that's another factor that no one talks about. So remember, he was an Eagle for a long time. And I'm going to go with the Chiefs to win a three-peat, man. I believe in Andy.
One last question for you. Get out of here. Myles Garrett, JB, just requested a trade. He wants out of Cleveland. Where do you see him landing?
If Washington is real and they're serious and they really want to win, they need to go do whatever they can to get Myles Garrett.
Good call.
That's what I'm thinking. To go with that team that just tasted a little bit this year. They tasted it. He gets you over the hump on defense. They need some defensive help.
Absolutely. Yeah, good call. JB, I appreciate you, man. We'll have you check back in. We will talk to you soon.
No doubt, brother. All right, brother.
Before we get out of here, yeah, man, I'm with you guys. I'm gonna take Kansas City. Going against Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs isn't good. I tried to do it last year with San Francisco. It didn't work out too well for me. Like you, I want to see a three-peat, and I want to see him do it, man. So we will see what happens this Sunday. All right. Appreciate you joining us, Jack. That's a wrap for Unplugged this week. You can catch us on All The Smoke Productions and the DraftKings Network. We'll see y'all next week.